you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Happy Friday, everybody. I am going to do something a little different with this live today. So when you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I just want to check out these settings here. Good morning. Good morning. And I am screwing this up here. Royally. Okay. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. Love to know why you're on social media. Good morning, Angel. Good morning, Lynn. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. And I'm going to do something a little different today on this live, and we'll see how this goes. If you're new to my live, comment yes. Good morning, Wolf. Good morning, I'm the one. Good morning, it looks like Brandon. Good morning, OJ. Good morning, Wolf. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I live on the East Coast of the United States. What part of the world are you in? I'm on Eastern Standard Time. Good morning, Gertrude. Good morning, Lynn. Where are you coming in from? And I'm going to do something just a little different today. If you're on my YouTube channel, if you don't comment, I don't know who's here. Good morning, Cheryl. I don't know who's on, so if you don't comment, I can't see you. YouTube does not show me who's on. TikTok does. TikTok shows me what people are doing. Good morning, Barb. Good morning, Ann. Good morning, my something. What do people call you? Good morning, Richard. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I'd love to know what part of the world you're in. Good morning, Ann Lavelle. What do people call you? Good morning, Barb. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. I'm on the East Coast of the United States. I'm in Eastern Standard Time, and I'm getting people jumping on these from all over the world. Good morning, user 4822. Good morning, Mag Fatan, and I'm probably not pronouncing that correctly, and I apologize. If you're jumping on, what part of the world are you on? Good morning, Wayne. And I was going to do something a little different today than what I've been doing, but I see a lot of new names coming on here. Good morning, Cheese Crater Dragons. What do people call you? Good morning, Becky. And if you are on my YouTube channel, if you don't comment, I can't see you, so I can't shout you out. TikTok, I am in live streaming in two places. I'm on my MacBook Pro on YouTube, and I'm on my phone on TikTok. TikTok does show me who's coming on. YouTube does not. So if you don't comment, I don't know who you're there. Good morning, Digital Marketing Debt Free. Good morning, ESP Is that what people call you? And if you're in this space, yeah, digital marketing can make you debt free. If you're in a lot of debt, good morning, Kristen. Good morning, Warrior Princess. It can make you debt free. There's plenty here for everybody. And right now, the e-learning industry is $1 trillion a day business, and that's expected to go to $3 trillion over the next couple of years. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. If you like the video, I'd really appreciate that. That helps my account out, whether you're on YouTube or TikTok. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, user blah blah blah. Good morning, Francis. If you're jumping on, let me know where you're coming in from. If you like my video, I'd really appreciate it. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Wise Girl. Good morning, Wise Girl. I really appreciate it. Okay, she's going to town. She's liked the video multiple times. I can see the hearts coming up. I appreciate that. Thank you. If anybody else wants to like it, if you want to, drop in the comments what where you're coming in from. So what I was gonna do today, and I put this on the mirror thing on my TikTok account. Let me know if you can read this. This is my dry board, I guess they call these, and I was going to do a little something different. And the mirror should be working on TikTok that it showed, so the lettering is, you can see the lettering. But I was going to talk about the 2-hour workday that I'm using, and so many of us are using to build an income from home. And you can do this in 2 hours a day. Um, that is possible. Now, when you're new, that may take you longer because you haven't done things, and that does take you longer when you're new. But the more you do something, the better you get, and you can get faster at it. And you can definitely get this down to 2 minutes a day. So, and I'm using this. And if you've ever worked a job, and if I did work a job at one point, but I haven't worked one in 9 years now, you're working 40 hours a week. And then the job that I lost, I had a 2 to 3 hour commute every single day. And I don't miss that. So you're not just working the 40 hours at the job, you're working, and I was spending alone 2 to 3 hours just commuting, and you can get this down to a 2 hour workday. It's a proven blueprint that my mentors used to make $8 million in like 3 years. And by the time we get to the end of this year, she'll be at 9 or 10. I'm feel really certain about that. But this 2 hour workday does work, and we have a blueprint and that we're all following, that my mentor made. It's her blueprint. Good morning, Teresa. Good morning, Francis, that she's using. So let me get my marker here. So the first step, and let me know. Somebody let me know that you can see this, because I'm gonna be writing these in as I go along. But the first one is 30 minutes to post free ads. And and you may not know this, or maybe you do, but that's the first one. You're spending 30 minutes a day posting free ads on free classified sites. And there's tons of these sites out there. And we give you 100. I think there's at least 100 that you can pick from which ones you want to post on. But that's the 30 minutes of your 2 hours. And these are easy. We actually, now, if you're not in my program, you might want to use something like Chat GPT to help you write these. Good morning, Tom, because you may not know what to say, but we do give you in our program the text to actually use, that you can use on your actual ads. Good morning, Marie. So you're basically copying, pasting from that, and then we give you a bunch of the websites. You can go and you can decide. There's at least 100 of them. There's probably a lot more out there. You want to pick so many. You might want to pick like 5, and that you're going to post 5 ads on 5 of them, and you can time yourself, and you will be slower in the beginning if you've never done something. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Lynn. If you've never done something, you will be slower. And like anything, the more you do something, the faster you get and the better you get at it. So you can, it might take you more than 30 minutes especially if you're brand new. Thank you, Wise Girl, for liking the live. I really appreciate it. It may take you longer, and you can work on it, but you can do it in 30 minutes. And we do recommend that you just spend 30 minutes a day doing this. And so if you want to go on your own, you can go to Google and search free classified sites and pick some of them. And then if you need help, you don't know what to write in the ads, you can use something like Chat GPT. And depending on what you're doing, give Chat GPT a prompt. You can use Chat GPT for free. And some of you may have used it. I mean, I've been using it for a while now, and I have gotten into AI. So the first 30 minutes, you're posting free ads. Now, the second one is you want to create 3 short videos. 4 short videos. This is create 3 short videos. Now, you pick the platform of your choice. I don't want to say you got to do it on this platform. I do recommend, if you're new, that you pick one platform, pick something you like, because if you don't like it, you won't stick to it. And then start a new account. Like if you're on TikTok and you use TikTok for scrolling, create a whole new account, brand yourself, put your name on it, put something in your profile about, let people know what your page is about. And the reason I say start a new account and TikTok is more sensitive even than the others. They all got their own algorithms, and you want to train the algorithm on your TikTok account or your Instagram account or your Facebook account to let the algorithm know what your account's about. Because if you're using an account and you're scrolling on all kinds of things, you're searching, gardening, and you're searching like dog training or how to fix something, the algorithm is going to be confused. It's not going to know what to do. It's not going to know where to push your content out to people. So you want to train the algorithm And TikTok in particular is really sensitive. So if you do have a TikTok account and you're using it for scrolling, or you're using it to be and basically be a consumer, because anybody that's serious about this, you shift from being a consumer to being a creator. And there's a big difference, because consumers, that's, and you're scrolling, looking at everything, and all the platforms really, basically, if you're like, I know when I was looking to buy a car, I was searching for, like, I bought a Toyota. Then what Facebook does, it's called retargeting. When I would get on Facebook, I would see all these ads that they were pushing in front of me for Toyota cars, because it does pick up what you're looking. And if you don't train the algorithm to let it know what you want it to do, then they're not going to know where to send it, and you're not get as good as results. And TikTok is really, really sensitive, more so than any of the other platforms. I mean, the other platforms, you still want to do the same thing. So I do suggest you pick a new account, put it under your name, get a good picture of yourself, put in your bio, your profile, what you're doing, so people know what your account's about. Then you want to create 3 short videos. Now, I am understanding that TikTok now is letting you do post. If you can, I do suggest you do at least 1 video, but start creating content that's centered around what you're doing, your niche, your topic, that you're basically creating free value. And I'll give you an example. If your thing is weight loss, say you're a weight loss coach, then you want to be creating videos around that. You could do a video, 5 tips how to not starve, lose weight and not starve yourself, and then in the video give the 5 tips, or something that's congruent with whatever your account's about. And I'm just using weight loss as an example, because there's a lot of people on TikTok, on social media. There's over 5 billion people on social media, and they've got something, a message or something they're trying to get out. So thank you, Wise Girl, again, for liking the live. I really appreciate it. So you want to create 3 short videos, and I had somebody on this yesterday that was asking how to get followers. This will help you get followers, grow your account. And if you are on TikTok and you have a website you want to send people to, you can't get a clickable link on TikTok until you have 1,000 followers. You could type something in, if you have a website somewhere you want to send people to. And I've talked about this before on this live. If you're using social media, you want to be using email marketing and sending people to either a website or a capture page where you can get the person's email address. Because if you're just sending people to something that you can only talk to them once, you've got a missing piece. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. If it's weight loss you're doing, or you got a message, or you got a cause you're supporting, or you have an offline business or an online business, but everything you want it to make it congruent to what you're doing. So I'm using weight loss as an example. That's not what I do, but you would create 3 short videos around that. You can shoot the videos from your phone. And on TikTok in particular, the editing feature is really, really easy. Whereas if you're using YouTube, and I've been on both because I've been doing this for a long time, the it's a lot harder to edit a video on YouTube than it is on TikTok. It's right in the app. It's super easy. It's not complicated. So that's the first 30 minutes is posting ads. And then you want to spend, I'll say, an hour. And again, an hour on creating, 1 hour creating 3 videos. Now, as you get better with this and you get faster, it's not going to take you as long. So you want to create the 3 videos, and I would manage an hour around that. In the beginning, it's probably going to take you longer. So, and the last thing is you want to spend 30 minutes just answering comments and emails. Now, in the beginning, you're probably not, and especially if you're brand new, with the 30 minutes answering comments on your content and your email address, it's not, you may in the beginning not have anything. If you're new and you're trying to build up an audience, and the guy that was on my live yesterday, he does personal development. He wants to be creating his content around that, and that's his niche. So what everybody's doing is different, but congruency is really important. You don't want to, I have people that want to do brand deals with me, and I had somebody wanted me to do like a YouTube and a TikTok video about women's clothes. She has it's a website of women's clothes, and she wanted me to do a video about that and put it on my social media accounts. And I said no, because that's not what I do. It's just going to confuse people. So congruency is really important. You want to stick to the topic that you're on, and that's what the kind of content you want to create. And I do recommend 3 short videos. If you don't want to show your face, you have to learn faceless marketing, but you want to be creating 3 a day. And I have found 3 is the sweet spot. I've tested it myself. I've done 1, I've done 2, I've done 3, I've done 5, I've done 10, and 3 really is a sweet spot. And you're going to find if you're doing 1 or 2 videos that you're probably not going to get the traction, and it might work over a longer period of time. But I really have found that doing 3 pieces of content, 3 videos a day. And if you're on Instagram, you can do posts, you can do stories, you can do stories on TikTok now. And I do understand that TikTok, I haven't done any yet, and I'm probably going to try it, that you can do post, if you have an image or something. And if you're good with graphics, that might be something you want to do. But you definitely want to do some videos, because video marketing is really powerful. So because people want to see you, they want to hear you. And I didn't, believe it or not, when I first started, I swore I didn't want to get on camera. I know a lot of you don't want to get on camera. You can do faceless marketing. You can do AI. In fact, I got an AI course in June, and I've been just using all AI. And this morning, she's actually the creator of the course. AI is changing so quickly. She's put a whole new module in, and the one that, the thing that I've already gone through and I was using, she said it's really outdated. That's how fast AI is changing. And probably when I get off of this, I'm going to go through the new section she put in, because she's saying this is, and anyway, it's just changing so quickly, in that amount of time. And AI is not going away. I tell you not to be afraid of it, but it's here to stay. And I just wanted to embrace it and learn it. So if you don't want to put your face on camera, you can learn faceless marketing or AI, and then you don't have to put your face on camera. So if anybody's got a question, drop it in the comments. But and if you want more details, go to payudaily.com. I have a free PDF that outlines the whole blueprint that we're using. That's yours to keep. You'll get an email from me with a link with the PDF. You can download it. You can save it to your computer. That is yours to keep. But that's the 2-hour blueprint we're using. But this is the breakdown of it now. In the beginning, this last one, the 30 minutes answering comments and emails, you may not have any in the beginning. So, you could put the, 30 minutes to maybe making more videos, or more time for videos, or 30 minutes to post free ads. So that's the 2-hour workday. And actually, and my handwriting, actually, I'm going to have to try to do better with this. My handwriting, this is the actual thing. I wrote it down here, but that's the 2-hour workday that we're using. And there's over 56,000 people in our community now doing this. So if you have some questions, drop in the comments. I'll probably stay on this for a few minutes. This is going to be shorter, because I'm testing this out. Wise Girls is asking, what is the most successful niche? Okay, the 3 main ones are the wealth niche, the make money online niche, and that's the niche I'm in. The health niche, fitness, weight loss, and then the dating relationship. Those are the 3, and they're the biggest, and they're evergreen. When you're picking a social media platform, you want to pick something you like, because if you don't like it, then you're probably not going to stick to it. When I started, I've been doing this. This month is my 14-year anniversary. When I started doing this, I had a Facebook account. I didn't know anything about how people were using it now, like I do now. But I had a Facebook account, and I started on that. And I don't really like Facebook, but that's what I started with. And I had some following, but those were mostly family, friends, people I worked with. And sometimes it is better. I probably should have started a new account, but I didn't know anybody. I mean, I literally went to Google. I searched make money online. I bought a website. I wasn't even really aware of social media. I was setting up pay-per-click ads. That's what they sent me a thing saying that's what you should do. I spent $3,000 on pay-per-click ads. I did that for a year, nothing converted. I was sending traffic to a replicated website, which you never want to do. And I knew after a year I had to get around somebody who had done what I wanted to do, because that didn't work. I didn't make any money. You don't want to send traffic to a replicated website because they don't convert. And the whole problem with that is a replicated website, a website just with information or sales page, you only have one chance to talk to the person. And then when they're gone, that's it. And what you really want to do is, and if you're using social media, you want to send people to a capture page, a website, a landing page, get their email address, get them on your email list, because you don't own your social media account. You can lose them at any time. You do need a tool called an autoresponder. It's software that you can actually set up a website and set up a bunch of emails that will go out automatically for you. That's where the automation comes in, because that's running for you 24/7, no matter what you're doing. And a lot of people miss that. And I did that. I spent a whole year doing that. And I forget how much the website was, but I spent $3,000 on pay-per-click ads. Nothing converted. To give you a good example of, you want to start to learn how to generate leads for free from social media, get them on your email list, and then nurture your email list. I had somebody got on my email list last October 2024. I did talk to her a few times on TikTok. And then in July, she bought something from me. So, I mean, she was on my list for 10 months. So, and you can't say how long it's going to take somebody to make a decision. I mean, I do get some sales on first touch, but that's not typical, because most people have to see something multiple times before they make a decision. So if you think about your own buying habits, yeah, you can get sales on first touch. Good morning, John. Good morning, Ronnie. Good morning, Donna. Good morning, Paroma. And that was, I'm just getting it looks like it's a foreign, it's a foreign text message I got. Anyway, you need to keep talking and nurturing people, because and in any really kind of business or sales, people have to see something multiple times. And yeah, you could get some sales on it. Do you know somebody, he was actually sending paid traffic to a sales page, and he got a sale, and that's great. But he lost out on all those leads he could have been getting, but he wasn't sending people to like a capture page where he could send people and get their email address. And that's it. And I did that for a whole year, and it doesn't really work. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for jumping on. My sister-in-law just jumped on. How was the thing? Yeah, you beat your goal. She was doing a fundraiser. It looks like you beat your goal. Good morning, user 044964. So what I was saying was, and thank you, MC L2. Let's go. You want to send people to something where you can capture their email address, get them on your email list, and you can keep talking to them. Because if you're just sending people, and most of you are using social media for something, it doesn't matter what it's for. If you're just sending people to just like a page with information, a website or a sales page, or do what I was doing when I started, it was a replicated website. You only have one opportunity to talk to them, and then they're gone. And most people are going to have to see something multiple times before they make a buying decision. So I just went over and I gave you guys, this is my whiteboard. That's the steps in the 2-hour workday. And because I'm live streaming in two places, I'm kind of having to shift this, because I've got two screens that I'm attached to, and I'm live streaming in more than one place. So you want to get people on your email list. If you're not doing that, and preferably give them away something for free in exchange for their email. It could be a free PDF. It could be a free ebook. It could be a free webinar training. If you're promoting something of somebody else's, you could ask them if there's something you could give away for free. It's not that hard to make a PDF or an ebook. And if you could ask them if they've got like a webinar training, or if there's a free video, or you could do one yourself. It's really not that hard. You could go to a site called Fiverr, Fiverr.com, and have somebody, they have $5 to $10 gigs, have somebody make you an ebook or a PDF. It's not that hard. You give them the information. and they can make it for you. But it's ideal if you have something that you give away. I have a free PDF that I give away that outlines the blueprint we're all using, the 2-hour blueprint. And if you go to payudaily.com, give me your email address, you'll get an email from me with a link with the PDF in it. So if anybody else has other questions, I know somebody was on here was asking about niches. And really, you can pick any niche you want, but the three biggest niches are the wealth niche, make money online niche, that's my niche, the health niche, fitness, weight loss, and then the dating relationship niche. And they're evergreen. So if you stay in those are evergreen, those are the three biggest niches, you should be okay. Now, if you decide to do something that's not falling in under one of those, you might want to check, because I mean, if it's oversaturated or it's just not enough interest in it, because like the guy that was on my live yesterday, he wants to do a YouTube channel about personal development, and I use that, and there's a lot of mindset stuff as an entrepreneur, but depending on the content and the number of people, that doesn't really fall into one of those three niches. So you do want to, when you're thinking about that, and I can tell you the three of them are evergreen. They're not oversaturated, and like with weight loss, there's so many people that are looking to lose weight loss or get healthier, especially like in like January after the first of the year. I think just about everybody's New Year's resolutions is to they're going to lose weight this year. So those are not evergreen, and those are the ones you want to stay in. So if you got a question, drop in the comments, because I'm going to end this soon. This is a little shorter. I'm going to test this out and see how it goes. And tomorrow I'll have another topic to do. So if nobody has any questions, thank you for jumping on. I will see you again tomorrow.